to welcome Juno Award-winning Canadian DJ and producer Felix Cartal to the show. Also, Grammy Award-winning recording artist Daya. Guys, thank you so much for spending time with me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
So, first of all, I need to ask, how did you two meet, and were you fans of each other before you met?
Daya can do this one first.
Yeah, the first time we actually met was after the song was recorded. So, Felix sent it over a few months ago, I think like 6 months ago or so. And he had written it with Whitney Phillips, who I love and who I've written with a bunch. And I've been a fan of Felix's for a while, and he actually remixed a song that I put out with Shalou like 4 or 5 years ago or something. So we've kind of like been in each other's kind of orbit for a while, but we didn't really necessarily, this is our first like full-on collab. So yeah, they sent the song over, and I was just like a really big fan of the song right away. I thought it was a great summery kind of light vibe, and I could like easily envision my voice over top of it with the melody and the lyric and everything, which doesn't always happen. So yeah, it kind of was just like very easy, honestly. Like even though we didn't see each other through the recording process, I feel like it was just kind of really smooth and flawless. And then the first time we saw each other was for the photo shoot. So
amazing. And Felix, so I'm assuming Daya was on your hit list, like you wanted her for this track.
Yeah, I've always been such a big fan of Daya. I when I met her for the first time, I told her that like "Safe" was one of my all-time favorite songs. So I think that's such a beautiful pop song, and I'm always like such a fan of voices that are very singular, and people that sound like I can't really think of someone who sounds like you, Daya, and I think that's something that I'm always like blown away by, and then really like humbled that I get to work with people that are like can elevate what I'm doing to like a level that I thought wasn't possible. So I think like it's great because then it makes me want to like work harder on the production to like match what Daya brought to the table, and then I feel like because of that, like the song just gets better and better, and everyone wins, and we win because as songwriters and creators, and hopefully the audience gets to hear a better song because of it. So like I'm stoked.
Now, one of the pieces of information I was given is that the song "Love You More" had 600,000 streams in the first week of its release. So, first of all, did you know the song was something special and would pop off like the both of you? I know Daya kind of talked a little bit about it, but did you have a feeling it was going to go?
yeah, I mean, I've just yeah, I don't know if that was at Felix or me. Sorry if I'm talking over you.
You both. I want you both to answer.
But yeah, I mean, I just think that there's just like such a fun quality to it, and I feel like people are really kind of craving that now. And also just yeah, I think that it's just yeah, kind of like manifesting summer in a way, and after all of these like bleak winter months that we've had, and I think it's just like yeah, people are really craving something to get out and kind of just sing to, and it feels like a very fun live song too, and it's hopefully it will be the soundtrack to people's adventures over the summer. I don't know, but yeah, it felt very very fun, and you never know what to expect with anything, so I never have expectations for anything to do really well or really poor. I think I just kind of like let it sit, and if it feels good to me in the moment, then it feels good, and hopefully it feels good to other people.
Felix, how did you feel about the song?
Yeah, I think my kind of like perspective on writing music has shifted to be like a little more clear lately, whereas I just kind of like want to make a song that the people involved are really excited about, and then I feel like if it's genuine to us, like I'm not really like ever trying to I'm not thinking about like writing a hit or anything like that. I'm more like, let's just make a song that we love. We can like follow our pop sensibilities and things like that, but you know, like my thing is like you can never expect anything, so if that's the case, like let's just make a song we like, so that way no matter what happens, like we have a song that we like, so at least we can listen to it.
You both have won serious hardware in your respective countries. Like, so Felix has Juno Awards, you have a Grammy, Daya. So I wanted to ask you, like, How does it feel, I'll start with you, Daya, to be like introduced as Grammy award winning singer Daya? Like, has it gotten old or is it just still as exciting to, because I know it's several years ago since you won this. So
Yeah, I mean it's really cool and it's I don't think it ever really gets old. It's something that I'm really proud of. I'm really proud of that song with the Chainsmokers, and I think it lived such a good life, and that was kind of like the perfect cherry on the top moment for it. And yeah, like I said, I don't really have like my expectations up super high for anything. So I think that when that came around, I was like, is this really happening to me? Like to this song, to this like it just felt like a very like out of body experience, and just something cool. And I hope that, I mean, to me it was more motivating than anything to, you know, keep putting out music that I love and that I feel connected to, and hopefully will be there again one day, but who knows. But yeah, it's just it's still a very cool thing.
and Felix, how does it feel for you winning, you know, June awards?
Um, Honestly, it's like really surreal because sort of like when I started with dance music and stuff, it was like felt like the last thing that would even be like associated with awards and things like that, because it felt very like left field of like what was going on in the mainstream. So um it's been cool seeing like not only like the journey that like electronic music as a whole has taken, but also like the flexibility of the genre is sort of like something that is like exciting to me. Like I still feel like it's weird to me that I can kind of create whatever I want to create every day. And you know, I used to play in a band, and that felt sort of like a little more pigeonholed sometimes. So like as like a producer, like I feel very like lucky that I just kind of like get like carte blanche to do whatever I want.
Amazing.
So fun.
A couple more questions before I let you go. I like to do this for our fans to get to know you guys a little bit better. So Daya, we'll start with you. If you could switch places with another artist or producer for one day, who would it be and why?
Oh man. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That's hard. I mean, right now I'm really into Fred again. I just love his entire set, and his I just watched his Tiny Desk the other day, and I was just like so impressed with how his creative brain works. So I guess it would be kind of fun to get inside that and see what it's like. I think that he's just producing some really like innovative and cool stuff. So yeah, that'll probably be fine.
Felix, what about you?
Just like Joe Jonas, so I could like live vicariously as a pop star for one day. And I feel like he's pretty funny on TikTok and stuff. So maybe I can get some TikTok ideas or something.
What's the one thing that's always in your fridge, Felix?
Uh like I never go grocery shopping. It's so embarrassing. But probably like a just like sparkling like grapefruit flavored like bubbly water. Like I like that's like my go-to. Like I haven't been drinking these days, so like it used to be booze and now it's like grapefruit bubbly water.
That's
So,
amazing.
so lame.
It's all good. Daya?
Um, I don't know. I mean, recently I've been like hoarding Chick-fil-A sauce after I go, so I'll just keep it and use it as a dip for something else. I mean, it's the best sauce ever made,
So
so
good. Sauce is so good.
how could I not? So yeah, that's what
Amazing.
just
And
stack of like little Chick-fil-A.
and Daya, I don't know this actually. Have you been to Montreal before? And if so, what's your favorite thing about our city?
I have. Yeah, I was there for a show like years and years ago. But I really like the culture of it. I think it's really cool, the history of it and how diverse it is, and I just think it's really cool, like melting pot of so many things, and I'd love to spend more time there. Unfortunately, I was only there for like a night, but if you know of things that I should do next time I go,
I
definitely
will
let.
message you. I'll message you. There's many things. Felix, you've been here a bunch, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like it feels like so the city's so like artistic. Like I feel like when I'm there, like it's weird. Like certain cities, you kind of like feel like an outcast if you're a creative, and like Montreal feels like the opposite, where like it feels like you belong. So I'm always like, it's always a trip for me when I'm in cities like that, where I'm like, whoa, it feels like people respect what I do here, like not think I'm like crazy for it. So yeah, I remember like the last time I was there, I was working with Milk and Bone, who are so talented, and we just like went to a cafe in the morning, had breakfast, and like then wrote music in the afternoon. We just like walked around, and just got like a baguette. I was like, this is so like, could we do this any more French? But yeah, it was just nice. It was like, it felt like a one of those moments where I was grateful to like to get to do art as my job, and I like that Montreal like sort of like rewards that.
Amazing. And Daya, last question for you. You know, we love you here in the city. We play your music all kinds. I know when we got to spin Bad Girl, just like, you know, a couple years ago, it was spinning all the time on our station. Now we're going to be spinning, you know, Felix and your song. What message do you have for your Montreal fans?
Yeah, I would say thank you so much for listening, for supporting for so long. I feel like I've kind of felt that energy and that love from Canada as a whole and for such a long part of my career, and that's just been amazing. I mean, I'm like probably 8 years now from when my first song started playing on the radio, and it's just really cool to see that the same sort of support is there still. So with all my new music. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and more to come soon.
Amazing. Felix.
Yeah, it's just like I'm always so like flattered when I'm like a song gets played on the radio, because it opens up like such a new audience every time. So like every time that moment happens, and I feel it feels crazy that it's even happened more than once, because I feel like some people don't get that opportunity. So I'm really grateful for it, and I want to play Osheaga so bad. So like, let's do it, and then I'll bring Daya and we'll play the song. It'll be great. Let's go, Montreal.
Well, we're manifesting it now because we've just put it out into the universe. So there you go.
Yeah,
amazing.
I love
Guys, thank you so much. It's been a dream to have you on the show. I appreciate you, and keep doing what you're doing, because the song and you guys are both amazing.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having us, and thanks for playing the song.
Hey, it's Kelly, and I just want to take a moment to thank you so much for all of the support that you continue to show The Kelly Alexander Show and our latest program, Just Dance, that I co-host with award-winning choreographer Tina Landon. We've been having so much fun on Just Dance, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. We've done interviews with Brian and Scott Nicholson, who work with Ariana Grande, RJ and Nick, who work with Pink and Katy Perry, Luther Brown, who works with our girl Janet Jackson, and the list goes on. And we also have many surprises coming for you in this coming year. So please sign up and join us to have lots of fun. hy.page/Kelly Alexander Show, our YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/Kelly Alexander Show, and our newsletter, which is kellyalexandershow.com/subscribe.